Good morning to you all. Welcome to another class of the DTRS. This is class 219 and today we are going to discuss the 10 most important MCQs based upon the recent current affairs. So, the hot topic that we are going to discuss today is the Fertile Crescent. Where is it? Well, before delving into that, we'll begin with the quotation for the day. The quotation, this has been asked by the UPSC itself in the essay paper of 2021. So, pay attention to what it means. Okay. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of you, awareness of me. Now, note some keywords which are there here. Your perception of me, it is a reflection of you. And however I am reacting, that is reflecting the awareness I have. So, what it actually what it means that based upon the experiences, the internal disposition, the attitude, the values, the beliefs that one has, based upon that a person is going to react or respond to the other person's behavior. ठीक है, तो बहुत ही फेमस है ये, आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा बोला जाता है ये। इसका मतलब क्या है कि जैसे आई विल एक्सप्लेन विद द हेल्प ऑफ वन स्टोरी. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट द स्टोरी ऑफ द 2 wolves? So what happens, there is this boy who talks to his grandfather and grandfather he tells his grandson that, you know, today I am a bit concerned because there is this fight going on inside me, and this fight is there between the 2 wolves. So which wolves are these? This has been asked by the grandson. He says कि कौन है ये? What kind of fight? So grandfather explains. He says that one wolf is the one that is full of fear, full of guilt, of lies, laziness, ठीक है, and full of sorrow, the regrets, ठीक है, and the other wolf, it is full of life, it is full of empathy, of the good values, it is full of peace, of joy, of empathy, of courage, humility, ठीक है. So after listening to this, the grandson he responds and he asks his grandfather कि who wins in the last? So the answer given by the grandfather is the wolf which you feed. What it means that आप जिस भी state of mind को आप ज़्यादा power दोगे, now that is awareness, the awareness, self-awareness, one of the essential components of building the emotional intelligence. ठीक है, through self-awareness and through self-reflection, self-retrospection, you can cultivate consciously the kind of person you want to be, the values you want to inculcate, and accordingly that is going to shape your behavior, your response to all the events in your life and to the external stimuli. ठीक है. So होता क्या है, सिंपली आप देखिएगा, अगर किसी को चोरी करने की आदत है, सिंपल सा डेली लाइफ में एग्जांपल लेते हैं, तो दैट पर्सन ही वुड नॉट ईजिली ट्रस्ट द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. क्यों? क्योंकि उसका खुद का वैल्यू सिस्टम वैसा है, ही नोज दैट ही हिमसेल्फ इज चीटिंग समबडी, ही इज हिमसेल्फ not in the right behavior, so he will always be apprehensive about the attitude of the other person. So his behavior, his kind of reaction he'll give to the other person, that will always be the reflection of him only, of his attitude only. ठीक है. So this is what is meant by this quotation, and on that note you could have written this essay. Well, now we'll see the 10 topics, and based upon those what questions we have. Question number 1. Consider the following statements about Fertile Crescent. It is the region where the first settled agricultural communities of Middle East and Mediterranean basin are thought to have originated. Correct statement. The span of the region in modern times includes parts of Iran, Iraq, Israel and Egypt. Okay, statement 3, Tigris and Euphrates are the prominent rivers that drain this region. How many of the above statements are correct? Fertile Crescent was in news because of the declining fertility of this region in the wake of climate change. Well, where is this Fertile Crescent? Let's look at the map. ये देखिए, the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea, the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea, and as you cross through the valleys of the Tigris river and Euphrates river towards the Persian Gulf, ठीक है, Persian Gulf तक, यहाँ तक ये सारा रीजन जो आपका है, now this is all part of the Fertile Crescent, ठीक है. Why it is called Fertile Crescent? Because it is said to be the cradle of the earliest civilizations like the Sumerian, the Babylonian civilizations. और यहाँ पे सबसे पहले माना जाता है कि Neolithic agriculture it actually developed, ठीक है. तो उस टाइम पे काफ़ी fertile region था. और अभी भी अगर आप मेडिटेरेनियन टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट में पढ़ते हैं, यू नो दैट द सिट्रस काइंड ऑफ फ्रूट्स, द सिट्रस vegetation that is practiced here, although nowadays it is facing some trouble in the wake of climate change. So it is also including the region of the Levant. Levant was asked by UPSC recently. तो लेवांत का रीजन, एंड यू शुड नो कि प्रेजेंट डे में हाउ मेनी कंट्रीज आर मेकिंग अप दिस फर्टाइल क्रेसेंट. नोट देयर आर 9 कंट्रीज इन ऑल. देयर आर 9 कंट्रीज. विच आर दीज 9 कंट्रीज? ईरान, Iraq, Syria, Israel, Palestine. Then you have the parts of Turkey also. So how many we have here? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You also have Lebanon. Egypt is also part of this. Note that apart from the Tigris and the Euphrates river, Nile river will also drain this region, ठीक है. तो इजिप्ट का भी northern part that is a part of this region, ठीक है. So please note these countries and be prepared with this topic. The mapping based question. Okay, question number 2. With reference to the vacuum satyagrah, a temple entry movement, consider the following statements. The movement brought open the rift between Gandhiji and Periyar. Gandhiji wanted to make the movement an all India affair. The issue of temple entry was first raised by T.K. Madhavan in Desh Abhimani in 1917. The INC session at Kakinada passed a resolution against untouchability. How many of the above statements are correct? Now since 100 years of this event have been completed recently, so it was there in the news, and there was this elaborate article in the Indian Express. So based upon that we have framed this question, ठीक है. वैक्यूम सत्याग्रह, चलिए इन स्टेटमेंट से ही देखते हैं. स्टेटमेंट 3 इज करेक्ट. द लीडर ऑफ द मूवमेंट T.K. Madhavan, he was the first to highlight the issue of the denial of the temple entry to the lower caste, the Izhawas, ठीक है. And this issue was raised in an editorial which he wrote in his own पेपर विच इज़ देश अभिमानी, पब्लिश्ड इन 1917, ठीक है. ये कुछ फैक्ट्स हैं, प्लीज़ याद रखिएगा. एंड इट वॉज ड्यूरिंग द काकीनाडा सेशन ऑफ 1923 दैट INC passed the resolution against the practice of untouchability. This is also a correct statement. It was in response to this movement which was going on. Okay, let's see the first 2 statements. That this movement, it actually led to Periyar resigning from Congress later, because Gandhi ji was not in favor of making the movement an all India affair, ठीक है. Periyar, he proposed that this should be all India issue, and that is why there was this conflict between the ideology of Gandhiji and Periyar. Gandhiji said that he saw this movement as a Hindu reformist movement. Periyar, he saw it as the atrocity against the lower caste. So there was this ideological conflict, and eventually there was this conflict between them. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. तो इसके basis पे अगर हम देखें 3 statements are correct, your answer will be C. ठीक है. Who were the other leaders who extended support to this movement? Also note that Periyar Ramaswamy and C. Rajagopalachari, they also extended their support for the vacuum satyagrah. ठीक है. Okay, let's come to question number 3. Consider the following applications: determining the distance between Lagrange points, understanding outcome of the cross breeding, studying the efficacy of any drug. How many of the above mentioned and the potential applications of Punnett square? Only one, only two, only all three या none? क्या आंसर है इसका? द हिंदू में what is it column on the science page, ठीक है, there was this mention of a small article on the applications of the Punnett square. Actually what happens, Punnett square will be simply a square in which the traits of the parents will be written on either side, ठीक है, and based upon those dominant and recessive traits it will be finding out the probability of the genetic traits which will be inherited by the offspring. ठीक है, तो ये है application Punnett square का. So here the right answer is second statement and not third वाला. ठीक है, application में second is the correct answer. So option 1 is only correct, answer will be A. ठीक है. So these kind of questions are sometimes asked to you. Okay, next, with reference to the Lalit Kala Academy, consider the following statements. It was inaugurated in 1954 by the then Minister for Education Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. It is a correct statement. Note that Lalit Kala Academy, it is an autonomous institution. ठीक है, it focuses on the promotion of performing arts in the country. Its headquarter is in Chennai. Now these both statements are incorrect. It does not focus on the performing arts, rather Lalit Kala Academy focuses on the promotion of the visual arts. The painting, the sculpture, these are the forms of the visual arts, and the promotion of these arts within India and outside India, that is the mandate of the Lalit Kala Academy. Its headquarter is in New Delhi only. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारा आंसर होगा A, only 1 is correct. It was in news because of the curtailment of the powers of the chairman of the Lalit Kala Academy. ठीक है, that is why this question. Okay, question number 5. Consider the following statements about fish otoliths. They are ring-like bony structures that are present in the ears of fish. They cease to grow in the adult fish species. They help the fish in maintaining balance and orientation in water. The Romans used jewelry made from the fish otoliths. How many of the above statements are correct? This was in news in the wake of the ornaments of the fish otoliths which have been made for the first time in India by some fisher women in Kerala. They were trained by the government, and in response they have shown this innovation in the form of the jewelry which is made from the fish otoliths. ठीक है, that is why it was in news. Sea gems करके ornaments बन रहे हैं. ठीक है, yes, statement 1 is correct. These are the ring like structures. जैसे tree में rings होती है ना trunk में, वैसे ही in the inner ear of the fish there are these ring like small bony structures, the small bones. ठीक है, and these bones serve the function of maintaining balance in the fish while they are moving in the water. ठीक है, तो statement 1 भी ठीक है, 3 भी ठीक है, लेकिन 2 incorrect है. Why? Because you should know that in the fish throughout their life, every year there will be addition of one ring, यानी कि one fish otolith, it is increasing every year. So it is growing throughout their life cycle, and that also helps in analyzing the changes that are happening in their habitat also, इट हैज़ अदर एप्लीकेशंस ऑल्सो, ठीक है। तो ये हमारा स्टेटमेंट 2 इनकरेक्ट है। फोर्थ इज करेक्ट दैट द रोमन्स दे एक्चुअली यूज टू प्रेफर the jewelry, the ornaments which are made from the fish otolith because it was considered to be a charm of good luck, ठीक है। तो ये भी हमारा स्टेटमेंट ठीक है, 3 स्टेटमेंट ठीक है, सो योर आंसर विल बी सी, ठीक है। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, which one of the following best describes the objective of recently launched Indra mobile application? To help Indian armed forces in coordinating for logistical management, to disseminate weather related information and forecast, to enhance coordination between Indian and Russian administration for improving the diaspora management, to magnify the capabilities of radar systems of Indian Navy. So what is the most appropriate answer of this question? The answer will be B. Indra mobile application. It has been developed by the Indian Navy and the BISAC, the Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics, ठीक है। उस इन दोनों का इनिशिएटिव है ये, एंड इट वाज लॉन्च्ड ड्यूरिंग द सेलिब्रेशंस ऑफ वर्ल्ड मीटेरोलॉजिकल डे ऑन 23rd of March, ठीक है। वर्ल्ड मीटेरोलॉजिकल डे, आई एम सॉरी फॉर द प्रोनाउंसिएशन। In 1950, there was the genesis of WMO, and to celebrate that, the Meghayan seminar was held, ठीक है। तो इसी सेमिनार के दौरान there was the launch of this mobile application. So its application is that it will disseminate the weather related information and the forecasts, ठीक है। Okay, let's come to the next question, question number 7, regarding the Geoparks network, global Geoparks network. Consider the following statements. It is the official partner of UNESCO for the operation of the global Geoparks. India does not have a single Geopark registered and acknowledged under the global Geopark network. While you may know statement 1, it is definitely correct. You may not be aware about statement 2. It is interesting to note that still India is not having even one designated recognized geopark in India, although there are considerations going on for the recognition of the Bagh caves. Note the Bagh caves in MP, that they should be given the status of geoparks, means the such sites which are having significance from the perspective of the geographical history, ठीक है। जैसे कि बाग केव्स में क्या है, यहाँ पे it is said that the fossils of the dinosaurs are found, so that is why it means it is remarkable geographical event and it should be recognized for the geoparks, ठीक है। It might become the first one if recognized in future. As of now, India is not having any geoparks, so statement 2 is also correct. Both the statements here are correct. Answer will be C. The Global Geoparks Network, when it was established in the year 2004. तो वो भी थोड़ा सा याद रखिएगा. Let's come to question number 8. In the context of writ jurisdiction, consider the following statements. The Supreme Court of India and High Court are empowered to issue writs under Article 32 and 226 of the Constitution respectively. तो यहाँ पे statement 1 correct है. The Supreme Court has wider jurisdiction to issue the writs than the High Court. Does it have wider jurisdiction? It is incorrect, because Supreme Court, being the defender of the fundamental rights under the Article 32, can issue the writs only for the enforcement of the fundamental rights. As opposed to this, High Court can issue the writs not only for the enforcement of fundamental rights but also for the other legal rights. So if we consider that, statement 2 becomes incorrect. So here it is asked कि which one of the statements given above is or are correct. Answer will be A. ठीक है. Please go through Lakshmikant and also study about the 5 different types of the writs which are issued. ठीक है. It was recently in news because of this development. Supreme Court of India actually denied the writ petition of a minister and that is why it was in news. ठीक है. Next, 9th वाला देखते हैं. Hume AI. Consider the following statements. It is world's first emotionally intelligent voice AI introduced by the US based technology company. It is actually a big development and it is a correct statement. पहली बार पूरे वर्ल्ड में such AI which is able to detect the emotions, ठीक है, और ये कैसे डिटेक्ट करेगा? By analyzing the tone of the voice जिसमें की बात हो रही है, ठीक है, उस हिसाब से it will be able to analyze the emotions and it will react, it can give the reactions in the form of anger also. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा स्टेटमेंट ठीक है. It is essentially an application programming interface that is powered by the proprietary empathic large language model. It is correct. तो यहाँ पे GPT and cloud, these both have been integrated to develop this emotionally intelligent voice AI. So both statements are correct. Answer will be C. Let's come to the last question of the day. Consider the following statements about natural gas. Now there is this debate ongoing regarding natural gas being actually the cleaner and the greener alternative over coal or not. It is debatable. That is why this question. Okay, first, it is composed of 70 to 90% methane. Everybody knows this. It is correct. Methane के अलावा कौन से इसमें होते हैं वो भी याद रखिएगा. It is having ethane, butane and propane also. ठीक है, that is the composition of natural gas. It is a clean transition fuel as it emits only 10% of the carbon emissions as compared to coal. Now this is incorrect. If you are burning coal and you say there are just that 100 units of carbon dioxide emitted. Now for the same amount of natural gas which is burnt, there would be still 50 units of the greenhouse gas which is being emitted. ठीक है, तो 50% carbon emissions still they will happen upon burning of the combustion of the natural gas. ठीक है, so this is a incorrect statement. Okay, the last statement, India has set the target to increase the natural gas share in the energy mix to 30% by 2030. This is incorrect, not 30%. This target is for 15%. अभी हमारे इंडिया के एनर्जी बास्केट में द शेयर ऑफ नेचुरल गैस इज अराउंड 6%, 6.7% के आसपास है, लेकिन इंडियन गवर्नमेंट हैज सेट दिस टारगेट दैट इट शुड बी इंक्रीज टू एटलीस्ट 15% बाय द ईयर 2030. ठीक है, तो ये याद रखना है आपको. सो हियर ओनली वन स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. आंसर विल बी ए. ठीक है, so that is all based upon the questions for the day. And before ending the session, I would like to bring to your attention one of the important courses which you can enroll and you can benefit before your prelims. ठीक है, एक हफ्ते की लगभग क्लास है. सब्जेक्ट वाइज देयर विल बी द कवरेज ऑफ these the most important static and the contemporary developments, and these are going to immensely benefit in your exam. ठीक है, please enroll. It is at a very nominal cost and you will definitely benefit, especially for those who are working or those who have just begun the preparation but they intend to take this examination. Well, on that note, I would like to end today's session and will come up with the fresh questions in the next class. Thank you so much.